Groovy Santa. Wow. Hey, I ain't got no letters yet, man. Like, let me tell you the deal, alright? Like, here's the deal. See, like, if you send a letter to Groovy Santa will read your letter live, man. You can send Groovy Santa any kind of letter. Groovy Santa doesn't care, man. But if you don't send Groovy Santa a letter, do you know what Groovy Santa's gonna do? Let me tell you. Let me tell you, man, it's pretty far out. Groovy Santa knows what all of the things you've been doing this year. All of the naughty things. Yeah, I can see you smiling. I can see you blushing. So Groovy Santa thinks that he'll just make up his own letter for you if you don't send him one. And it could be you. Hmm? It probably will be you. You know who I'm talking to. See, you're smiling. I can see. Groovy Santa can see everything. See, Groovy Santa sees you going, it's me. Yeah. So that's the deal, man. If you don't send Groovy Santa a letter, all you gotta do is just let Groovy Santa know, however you want to do it. Social media, in person, whatever. Then Groovy Santa will read it. If not, well, Groovy Santa will make up a letter for you. Don't be scared. Don't be embarrassed. Oh, you're embarrassed. Hey, Groovy Santa's got a story to tell you. Okay? Well, sit back. Go and dig this story. Now, Groovy Santa thought, this year I'll just chill out. I won't do no Black Friday because Groovy Santa usually doesn't do any Black Friday. Groovy Santa likes to sit home, chill out. Now, Mrs. Groovy Santa, she does the Black Friday thing. Why, usually Groovy Santa just sits at home and watches some tube, gets some munchies, just kicks back, whatever, right? Well, not this year. No, not this year. Groovy Santa said this year he's going to go to Black Friday. You dig? So let me tell you what Groovy Santa did. Groovy Santa got with Mrs. Groovy Santa, and we flew north. Right? We flew north, and we went to Black Friday. Wow! Hey, I got to the mall and Groovy Santa said, I got the munchies. Groovy Santa, Groovy Santa needs some munchies, right? So here's what we did. We got us some munchies. And then Groovy Santa started getting a bad vibe, man. Real bad vibe. Parking lot. It's all full, right? All the people, all the cars, when they're parking. Whatever. So we go over, now dig this, we go over to the fishy restaurant, right? We said, hey, let's get some fishies. So we went over to the fishy restaurant. So Mrs. Groovy's in and she's circling the line. Circle, 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 looking for the right space, right? Then we find our space, man. So dig this. We go into the fishy restaurant. We open the door. Look, and no frickin' people waiting. Wow! I'm like, no freaking people? Wow! So the lady, she comes up, she goes, hey, it's Groovy Santa. And Mrs. Groovy Santa. Is that the only two of them? Yeah, dang it, man. Only two of us. The cat and the dog is at home chilling. Although they would both dig some fish. But hey, we're cool, man. We don't bring them into the fishy restaurant. So we sit down with no wait. And I'm like, wow! It's 12:30, man. on freaking Black Friday and no wait? Whoa. So we sit down, right? And here comes the groovy waitress. She's coming up, you know. She's coming up slowly. She's got the groovy waitress smile, you know. You know, she's like, how are you two today? And we're like, man, we're just feeling fine. And she says, hey, what would you guys dig? We said, we would dig some fish, man. I said, I like those little shrimpies, you know. They kind of look like this and they go, ooh. And she's like, cool, cool, man. We'll get you some shrimp, dude. I was like, cool, right? So she comes back. I dig this. She comes back and she's looking at my plate. And she's like, whoa, man. Whoa. And I'm like, what? What's the deal? She's like, you're supposed to get coconut, shrimp. And I'm like, whoa, Chicky, whoa. Now, Groovy Santa don't dig coconut, and he really don't dig no coconut shrimp. I mean, that's frickin' weird. I mean, coconut shrimp? What, you shrimp eating coconut and they taste like coconut? What's up with that? Huh? Yeah. She's like all freaked out, you know. She's like, well, that's what I put your order in. That's what you said. I said, no, you're tripping. You're tripping. I just got fried shrimp. I ordered fried shrimp. You know, chill out. And I got fried shrimp. It's cool, right? She's like, oh, no, that's what I said. I said, no, it's cool. She goes, no, you're just being nice. I said, hey, Groovy Santa's nice, but Groovy Santa's telling you that he wants just plain fried shrimp. He don't want no freaked out coconut shrimp. I mean, wow, that's wild. So she comes back. She goes, oh, I don't know. She goes, well, that's okay, you know. That's okay. I'm so sorry. And I said, it's cool. That's what I ordered. Whatever, man. I mean, everybody's freaking out. So I'm looking, you know. I look at Mrs. Groovy Santa. I said, look, man, like there's not many people in here, you know. There's not many people in the fishy restaurant on Black Friday at 12:30 in the afternoon. What's going on, man? She's like, I don't know. She goes, oh, dig this, Groovy Santa. Said Thursday night, all the wild people, they come out, you know. They come out of their cave, you know. They come out, and they're like this. They come out like, ah! Oh, yeah, 8 o'clock. Yeah, they had 8 o'clock on Thanksgiving night, man. That's all these people coming out. That's when all these people are out getting their deals, you know. That's when Groovy Santa's like, oh, man, I ate too much, but I feel good. Oh, yeah, and I ain't going out on Thursday night, man. At Thanksgiving, there ain't no frickin' way. Well, so that's what's going on. Okay, so we eat our shrimpy and our fishy, you know. We're eating it. We get up. We walk out to the waiting area. No frickin' people still. And we're talking almost 1:30 and no people, man. I'm like, wow, this is surreal. You know, on a Black Friday in the afternoon, beautiful day, the sun's out, going, wow, wow, wow. And the clouds are all poofy, you know. You got the sun and the clouds, you know, going by. The birds are singing. It's real nice. And no frickin' people on Black Friday at the fishy restaurant. So we scan the mall parking lot, right? It's big. It's huge, right? And all these people going by, you know, cars going by this way, honking, you know, everybody, the people, you know, going like this, and everybody's looking at each other, you know, like what's going on? I don't know. Look at all the people, I'm so fine, whatever, right? So we nail a parking place like you wouldn't frickin' believe. It's like the shopping gods are with us, you know. So we get in the spot. We get there, right? Open the doors, and there's all these cars, you know. And here I go, man. I'm bad. Groovy Santa's getting a bad vibe again. I'm getting a real bad vibe. So we go into the mall. Wow! Not many people. Hmm? Well, oh yeah. It's like the Thursday thing, you know. Dig it's like the Thursday thing went on, and so the Black Friday thing is like all mellow, and everybody's like chill, right? So Mrs. Groovy Santa and myself, Groovy Santa, we're buying our stuff, you know. No lines, no way. We're chilling, you know. The the lady cashier comes up to me and she says, "Hey, Groovy Santa, what it is, what it is." I'm like, "Yeah." I said, I dig this, you know. I said, "There's not many people. I mean, isn't this freaky?" You know, I look at her like this. I said, "Man, isn't this like freaky? There's no people." And she kind of backs off a little bit from me, you know. And then she says, "Well, it's just been this way all day, Groovy Santa. Everyone came Thursday night." I'm like, "Everyone?" I'm like, "Everyone?" I mean, not everyone, because there's a few people mingling, you know. No, there was a lot of people. I said, "Oh, I'm digging the scene. I'm digging the scene on Black Friday. You know, it's like chilled out Black Friday going on." Well, so we buy some stuff here, we buy some stuff there. Groovy Santa says, "Oh man, the shrimp's making me so thirsty." Oh man, I was just like, oh, you know, gotta get something to drink them in the mall. So Groovy Santa goes, "Oh yeah, we gotta get a large strawberry smoothie with whipped cream on top." You know, they're making it. You walk up there, you know how they do, you know, you walk up there and they're like, "What do you want?" And you're drooling, you're like, "I want a strawberry smoothie, a large one." And then they look at you like this. See, they're doing this, then they look at you, they give you what they go, "Would you like whipped cream with that?" And you're like, "Of course, right." So they, and they stick the straw in, you know, and you're like, "Ooh," because it's cold. You're getting a cold head brush. But you're so thirsty. But it's good, right? It's good. So it quenches Groovy Santa's thirst, right? So I go and I sit down with this old dude, man. Old dudes are so cool, you know. They're like, he's all kicked back, you know. He's all kicked back like this, you know, and I'm kicked back. He looks at me and he said, "You got your shopping done?" I said, "Hey," I said, "Groovy Santa is like 90% done with his Christmas shopping. You dig, old dude?" And he's like, "I dig it, man." He said, "Hey," he said, "I said, my old woman, she does all my shopping for me, and I just sit back." And he says, "I just sit back and I watch all the ladies." And I'm like, "Wow, old dude, you're such a freak, you know." And he's laughing. He don't care. Well, like, whatever, you know. And pretty soon, you know, his old woman comes back, and she's like, she's got all the sacks, you know, and she's all stressed, like, boo, boo, boo. And he's like, "Oh, did you get this? Where did you go?" You know, he's acting all concerned. He looks at me. He turns and looks at me like this. And see, I'm digging. I'm like, "Yeah, yeah, no, I'm digging where you're coming from." So, anyway, Mrs. Groovy and myself, we do all this, you know. We go here, we go there, you know, and even in the electronics store, you think there's a lot of people? No, man, everybody's chilled out, right? You know, everybody's chilled out, and all the people coming up to you like, "Man, help you, man, help you, man, help you." Like, "Man, chill out, chill out." You know, they're so bored because they thought there'd be a lot of people, and there's not hardly anybody. Wow! I mean, what kind of Black Friday is this? No freaking people, no lines. Well, we get all our stuff. We get in the Groovy Santa mobile. We're cruising home, you know, when the sun's going down. Okay, and so all of a sudden we hear ding, 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 and I'm driving, and I'm like, "Whoa, it's like cool, man." So Mrs. Ruby Santa looks at me. "What's that?" And I'm like, "We're on E. We're running on empty." The sun's going down. The E light's on. Bing, bing, and it's glowing, And the farther you get, no one says nothing, right? Everybody's cruising. And we got Christmas music going. Ding, 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 ding. It's real quiet, you know. And all of a sudden, you get the little sweat dripping right here, and you get here. Then Mrs. Groovy Santa looks at me. Are we gonna make it? Groovy Santa's like, oh yeah, we're gonna make it, no problem. Then I look in the mirror like, oh no, I don't know. So we're going, the lights going, a little more sweat's going. So we get to the station, we get some guys, I'm like, wow, what a rush, we made it. Whew. Man, that was the only stress Black Friday that I had, man. It was like the E-light. The E-light comes on, low on gas, the only stress. Ah, man. That's my Black Friday experience, people. Now I'm telling you what, you're watching this and you're thinking, you ain't gonna read my letter because I ain't gonna send no letter. And I'm telling you, I'm gonna make up a letter for you. You have two choices. You have two choices, man. Two choices. One, let Santa know what you want. Two, Groovy Santa makes up the letter for you. Alright, man. Chill out. Peace. Digging the Christmas scene, people. Digging the Christmas scene. This is Groovy Santa, man. I'm all out.